Hello, athletes. Welcome to the pre-race webinar for the 2018 High School National Championships to be held on Friday, April 27th in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. So this webinar will talk through all the intricate details that you'll need. There's also a mandatory briefing that I will touch upon in a couple slides. New for this year, we do have a new events app. So it is titled the USA Triathlon Events app, appropriately. With this events app, it's a revamp from last year. Those of you that may have downloaded the app last year, you'll need to re-download this new app. So this offers live tracking, FAQs, push notification, automatic social media posts. This can both be downloaded on the Apple Store as well as on Google Play. So here's the main features of this events app. You can see from the right, this is kind of how the tracking will lay out. It also includes timing points, other key locations at the venue. So as mentioned, you can track yourself and other participants, register for race updates. So those can be push notifications not only to your phone, but to your social media accounts. You can view the estimated location of an athlete on the course at any given time. Additionally, it's a great tool that we've utilized to send out push notifications. So reminders for pre-race briefings, reminders when races are starting, and things of that nature. So those are kind of the in-event items. Additionally, you can see the overall race results and the current race leaderboard as the event unfolds. So jumping into the schedule of events, Thursday, April 26th is when things will kick off. So it'll be a mandatory high school athlete briefing taking place at the Embassy Suites in Tuscaloosa in ballrooms A, B, and C. So once you walk in the front doors of the Embassy Suites, you're going to take a left, and then it'll be the first ballroom immediately to your right after making that first left. So that will begin at 5:45. There will be a short presentation, and then we'll roll into packet pickup. My apologies where it says 5:15. The packet pickup should actually be 6:15 to 6:45. So how that flow will work is once athletes attend the mandatory briefing at 5:45, all athletes will then be dismissed into the hallway area at around 6:15, and that packet pickup will take place from 6:15 to 6:45. One important item to note on parking: if you are not a guest staying at the Embassy Suites, you must park at the lower lot behind the hotel, which is at 25th in Greensboro. That parking is free, and all street parking is also free after 5 p.m. Friday, April 27th, so race day. So transition will open, which is just to the west of the amphitheater. So between the amphitheater and the train trestle will be from 10:30 a.m. to 11:55 a.m. That'll be for both high school men and women. High school swim warm-up for men only will take place at 11:15 and will continue for 30 minutes. Those athletes that are warming up, that needs to be done at the swim start area. One of our staff members will help you into the water. Then you'll need to stay very local to the dock for that swim warm-up period. The high school men and PC Open men high school start will take place at 12 noon. After that, after those men are in the water, we will shift into the swim warm-up for women only from 12:25 to 12:50. And then a women's start, including the high school women and PC Open high school women at 1 p.m. with a course closure at 2:30 p.m. Team tents, so you're certainly welcome to bring team tents. The team tents will be located on the concrete surface in the bowl of the amphitheater. So you may set these up both on Thursday and Friday. Please make sure that at the end of the day, you lower these tents and you can leave overnight at your own risk. Note that we will have security and the gates will be locked in the amphitheater overnight. Breakdown will need to take place no later than Saturday afternoon. For those athletes racing Friday, high school athletes racing Friday and Friday only, you're certainly welcome to leave it up Saturday, but please note that needs to be down by late day on Saturday. The pasta dinner is also offered for high school athletes, so this will take place on Friday, April 27th. There's been an online sign-up that has been sent out, so if you haven't signed up, please make sure you visit our website for High School Nationals and then click under the info tab where that's located. That will take place at the Tuscaloosa River Market, which is just down the street from the amphitheater. It's free to athletes and one coach, but additional tickets may be purchased at the door for $15. As we get to event week, teams will be emailed out their scheduled times based off of their preference and availability, and this will also be updated on the USA Triathlon website for those schedules. Parking from Wednesday through Saturday, so no parking is permitted within the amphitheater grounds. As mentioned, which I'll touch upon on the next slide, there are various slots, one right next to the venue, and then two others that are very close and within walking distance that you are free to park at. So this map details where those parking areas are. So as mentioned, to the west of the amphitheater is the lot. You must enter via the west side via MLK Boulevard. Additionally, there's a parking lot at the intersection of 24th Avenue and 3rd Street. And then there's a parking ramp as well between 6th and 7th Street, which is in the southeast portion of this map. Just note the clearance for that is 6 feet 8 inches. It's also very walkable from many of the hotels that you're likely staying at within the area. Body marking and sticker placement. So just to run through this, so the top sticker where the Quintana Roo logo is, this will go on your seat post on your bike. You also have a helmet label. So you have 2 helmet labels. Those will need to be affixed to your helmet, as well as a backdrop label. The backdrop label, we actually not have a backdrop at this event. So feel free, if you have a spectator or family member, they can certainly use this. For your swim caps, we will be sharpening on all the race numbers on your swim caps, so there will be no sticker to go on your swim caps. Below is your bib, so it's your t-shirt, voucher, and goodie bag as well. We will walk you through this process as you go through packet pickup. This kind of highlights where that will go on your seat posts. So as you can see, if you're looking at this on your left, that will be your seat post picture as to where that is to be affixed. Additionally, on the right side is what it would look like if there was a backdrop. As I mentioned, we will not have a backdrop, so that sticker, the 2xU sticker, can be utilized to give to someone that may be spectating, or you don't necessarily need to use it at all. So body marking and sticker placement. So all athletes will be given a quad set of temporary tattoos with your race number. So they will need to go on the outside of each bicep and the outside of each calf. Key equipment for those athletes racing the high school race. So the race will follow standard age group rules. It'll be a non-draft sprint race. TT bikes are permitted, aero bars are permitted, as well as disc wheels. Aero style helmets or helmets with a tail extending to the rear are also permitted. Again, just a reminder that no unauthorized assistance of any kind, including pacing during competition, will be allowed or permitted. Bike check-in, again, just a reminder, which I touched upon a couple prior slides, on Friday from 10:30 a.m. to 11:55 a.m. for all high school and all gender athletes for high school. You must have your wristband, bike number, and timing chip with you. Bike support will be provided right outside of transition by Velocity Pro Cycle, both before and during the race, and only athletes will be allowed to transition. So we will check you based off of the number that's on your wristband, ensuring you have your wristband, also ensuring you have your timing chip, and verifying that with the bike number that you have on your bike. There'll be no excess bags in transition, and as mentioned, the men and men's PC Open will begin at 12 p.m., and the women and women PC Open will start at 1 p.m. The Black Warrior River, so water temperature is expected to be between 65 and 73 degrees. As of 4/9, so April 9th, the water temperature was 63 degrees. We have another reading coming out tomorrow, and we will post that on the website. So tomorrow would be April 18th. We expect the water to be rise a few degrees just based off of the weather that they've been having in the past week or so. This map highlights the venue, so we will kind of run through some items. So on the west side is transition area. This is where swim in and run out will be, and then bike in and bike out will be in the southern part. As you can see, kind of the yellow crossing patterns are where spectator crossings are. So the venue is fairly compact with the exception of swim start, which is located in the northeast corner. From transition area to swim start, please allow between 4 or 5 minutes in walking to that area. Additionally, the finish line and team tents area is right at the bowl. If you follow the green area here, post-race food, as you finish, you'll flow through the finish chute and then continue walking straight ahead, and you'll run into the post-race food area. The swim course will be a 1-lap, 750-meter course. It'll be an in-water start, swimming in a rectangular loop. The dock entrance and exit is on a gradual incline, so just be cautious as you're entering and also exiting the water. You'll be swimming in a counterclockwise loop with the buoys on your left, with the exception of the orange buoys. The orange buoys are your sight buoys, so that you may swim to either side of those sight buoys. The yellow triangular buoys are your turn buoys. You must swim around those with your left shoulder. Swim warm-up we had touched upon. There'll be plenty of support on water via boats, lifeguards, kayaks, stand-up paddleboards, fire and rescue. And just please be at your start at least 10 minutes before your assigned wave start for both men and women. Detailing the swim course, so it'll be an in-water start, as you can see following the green arrow. You'll pass the first orange buoy. The orange buoy you may swim to either side of. You'll make one left turn, a second left turn, and then you'll be on a pretty decent straightaway for about 450 to 500 meters. You'll round the last yellow turn buoy with your left shoulder closest, and then you'll have a straight shot into the swim exit, and then you'll have a run into TA. The bike course is a 3-lap 21.45K course. Again, it's a non-draft course. The course is closed to vehicular traffic. There'll be no bottle exchange on course, and USAT officials will be on course on motorcycles as well. Please note that athletes are responsible for counting their laps. We will have a turnaround mat for the bike at the far turnaround to ensure everyone has hit that 3 times, and there'll be no lap out rule as well. Detailing the bike course, so kind of looking at the southeast corner of this map, you will bike out. You'll head down Jack Warner Parkway, continue all the way down Jack Warner Parkway where you make a 180 on North Campus Way, heading back towards the venue. So once you get close to the venue, again, shifting back to the southeast corner of this map, it'll be divided. So you will stay right to dismount if you've completed all 3 laps. Otherwise, you will stay left to get to laps 2 and 3. As you're coming in, once you've completed 3 laps, there'll be a large bike dismount arch, as well as a bike dismount sticker, signs, and volunteers. You'll dismount and then a short run into transition with your bike. The run course is a 2-lap course, a 5K course. This is a moderately flat course on the Riverwalk area. There will be 2-way run traffic, and this will be delineated by cones. So going outbound, you'll be staying to your right, and coming inbound to the finish line, you'll also be staying to your right. There'll be 2 aid stations per lap. Water, Gatorade endurance formula, and science and sport gels will be offered. There'll be plenty of volunteers, medical, and police on course, as well as timing mats to ensure that all have completed their appropriate course. Detailing the run course, so you'll exit at the north side of TA. You'll continue down the Tuscaloosa Riverwalk. You'll pass the swim start area where you'll hit the first aid station. Continue down where you'll do a 180. Come back to the venue. You'll kind of travel southward through the parking lot. So at this point where it says 2-lap 2, where you can also see the green arrow, you have to make a decision. So if you've completed 2 laps, you will stay to the left to go to the finish. If you still need to complete your second lap, you will stay to the right and continue straight to complete your second lap prior to finishing the race. Transition, so this shows the flow that I've touched upon. Aid stations, as discussed, will be every mile to 1.5 miles on the run course. The majority of the run course is shaded, as well as still offering those 2 aid stations with Gatorade endurance formulas, science and sport gels, and water and ice. For the finish line and award ceremony, so water and Gatorade will be provided, as well as medical support. All athletes will be receiving a finisher medal. Make sure as you finish, you continue walking straight. You will run right into the post-race food area and post-race food tent, and then penalties will be posted in the results area, which is directly next to the post-race food area after the event. For awards, those will be held in the amphitheater at the finish line at 3:15. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank those that made this event possible. So I'll give you a second to kind of look at this. Not only is the city of Tuscaloosa, but all the medical, timing, housing, our collegiate committee, who's still a vital part of even the high school race, Department of Transportation, staff, partners, volunteers, local residents and businesses, as well as those that are doing traffic control, and then Tuscaloosa Tourism Sports, who is the local support that we are utilizing for the race. Also our sponsors, so Active Network, Roca, Rudy Project, Quintanaroo, Thorn, Nationwide, Gatorade, Jaybird, Garmin, Normatech, 2XU, Training Peaks, Sport and Science, Competitor Group, KT Tape, Ashworth Awards, Body Glide, and Health IQ. If you do have any additional questions, not only about the race or about this webinar in particular, please email those to highschool@usatriathlon.org. We'd be more than happy to answer those. With this webinar, you are free to watch as many times as you like. My recommendation would be taking notes if need be. We'll also have the pre-race briefing that I had touched upon at the venue the Thursday before the race, where we'll cover a lot of this material just as a gentle reminder. So thank you all for listening and tuning in. We hope everyone has a safe race, and we will see you in Tuscaloosa. Thank you.